first things first, let's do the junior golf news. As we mentioned, the last podcast we did was a review of 2023. So we're going to cover what's happened so far this year. As you can appreciate,
not a lot.
Not a lot. No, well, not a lot in this country, shall we say. Have to mention, I haven't actually written anything down about this, but it's something obviously I do know about. The Shires Junior Golf Tour did have an event, and we had a hole-in-one as well. So congratulations to Finn, who got a hole-in-one. The first one that we've had on the tour, I think, for about 8 or 9 years. So well done to him. And the person who I mentioned, well, I didn't actually mention the name, but we got that person who I saw earlier today to sign a photo of Finn with his hole-in-one. So that will be presented to Finn when we next see him next. So, yeah, that'll be a nice little treat for him. Anyway, right. But there has been competitions overseas, as you can appreciate, but some big events taking place. Let's start over in America then. The Orange Bowl takes place in Miami. The boys and girls competitions won by Darren Zhu. Shot 69, 71, 72, and 67. Really came down to the final day, though. He went out in 31 for his front nine on the final day. A couple of birdies in the last 4 holes sealed it. Finished 2 ahead of Jack Buchanan. English player, though, was in the field. That was Ben Bolton, who, of course, we know very well. Yeah, Ben finished tied 12th, so well on to Ben. Going, obviously, a bit of warm weather golf for Ben, and why not? 69. Kind of fell apart a little bit on the second day. 78.
I'd have gone out there and made him a cup of tea and kept him, carried his water bottles for him.
Absolutely, yes. Girls competition, that was won by Kayla Bryant, won by 5 shots, did really well. 68, 73, 68, and 69. English player in that as well was Isla McDonald O'Brien. She finished in 9th position, so well done to Isla, another player.
Aldo Series regular as well.
Absolutely, someone who's been mentioned on a regular basis on this podcast. Now, just to mention for this tournament, because actually the winner of this competition 2 years ago was a girl called Maria Marin. Maria Marin, who called you? If your surname is Marin, why would you call them Maria? But anyway, that's a story for another day. But anyway, Colombians, what do they know about naming people there? Anyway,
hang on, Steve. It's not after 9 o'clock yet. Steady.
Yeah, yes. But seriously, good golfer. This is someone to watch out for. She's 17 years old. She'd already won the South American Amateur Championship, and she's qualified as well to play in the Augusta National Women's Amateur Championship, which, of course, takes place ahead of the US Masters. She actually played in it last year. Was the first ever South American to make it through to that final round. Well, she's won another competition because she finished 2 shots ahead of closest challenger, 73, 74, 72, and then finished with the 69. She won by 2 shots. Third place, though, was another one who gets mentioned regularly, Mimi Rhodes, English golfer. So and this is a competition taking place over in Colombia. So hats off to you going all the way over there and playing in this event. But well done on finishing 3rd. She was actually leading going into the final round, but finished 3rd in the end.
I have some breaking news, Steve. Sorry, the Colombian Tourist Board have just contacted me and barred you from ever playing at any of the golf clubs in Colombia. So I'm really sorry, mate.
Yeah, probably wise on their part here. I take it all back. Never been to Colombia, so I wouldn't know what it's like out there, and I wouldn't know how they name their children for they could. Anyway, right. I'm digging myself a bigger hole here, so stop talking. Right. The winners of the men's event, that was actually a women's event. That wasn't even a girls' event. That was a women's event and a men's event. So well done to a teenager for winning the women's event. Men's event was won by Filippo Garcia. Right. Aaron's country. Let's go to Australia then. The Avondale Amateur Championship was won by, and this name will get mentioned again in this podcast, I might add, Declan O'Donovan, an Australian, did really well, won that competition. Now, we've got a photo of the next event. This is in Spain. It's the men's international octagonal matches. So lots of different countries playing in this event. And the winning team was Italy. We've got the winning team here, photo. They won the competition. Unusual format because they play matches against each other and then they eventually get through to kind of like a knockout stages, depending on how well you finish in the initial matches. It takes place over 6 days. So big competition. England played in it. So players who played in that in the English team were James Claridge, Ben Bolton, who we mentioned earlier, Daniel Hayes, Harley Smith, Elliot Baker, and Ben Brown. Italy won it, as we mentioned there, but they beat Ireland in the final. Strong Irish team, which included the likes of Sean Keeling, Jack Murphy, Fionn Dobbin, and Donachie Cleary. I think all 4 of those are teenagers, so very young side as well, Italy there. So well done to them, a men's competition. Right, another name which crops up on a regular occasion, in particular last year, German golfer by the name of Helen Bream. You might remember her because she won the R&A Girls Amateur Championship last year. And on the back of that, I think she plays in that US Masters competition. Well, she's won the Portuguese International Ladies Championship. So stepping up. And okay, quiz question for you then, right? So it was over 4 rounds. When do you think she shot, which hole do you think she shot her first bogey in?
Okay.
So 72 holes.
None of them.
None of them. That would be a seriously good tournament, wouldn't it? Not quite that good.
71st.
Not quite that either. 52. So, but
still amazing.
Still very good. 18 under par, 67, 66, 68. I think she only actually had 3 bogeys in the entire tournament. Finished with a 73. So well done to her. That's, once again, we talk about golfers who we think might go on and become real top players. I think she's one to watch out for. Right. Faro Series, they've got a couple of events. One of them took place at Elite Tour event, took place at Panini Golf Club. That was won by Charlie Rusbridge.
Where was it staged?
Sorry. Panini.
Panini.
In Portugal.
Cheese and ham.
Yes.
Oh, right. You mean... Yeah.
Don't even go there, please. My jokes are bad.
Aaron's doing this right now. Aaron's doing this.
Yeah, and I don't blame him. Right. So Charlie Rusbridge won it. 70-68, won by 3 shots from Fraser Green. In 3rd place was Mason Barnington and some guy called Ben Bolton. He might get mentioned on the podcast on occasions. So
he's got a few stamps in the passport, hasn't
he? So, yeah, you're not wrong there. They also had an event at Amadora Golf, once again out in Portugal. That was won by Liv Grimberg, a Ukrainian golfer. Some seriously good scoring once again here. 68-70, won by 4 shots from Sam Marshall and Oscar Lent. In joint 4th place was someone who we mentioned earlier, Sean Keeling from over in Ireland. He was one of the players who finished in 4th position. Just a couple of further events then. Another one back in over in Australia. I kind of did these in chronological order, so hence the reason why I'm kind of going across the world here. But the New South Wales Medal and Amateur Championship was won by, mentioned him earlier, Declan O'Donovan. So this kid sounds like this is, Aaron might well know him. He might well be more aware of him than we are. But he won the medal and he also won the knockout as well. So he was the top qualifier, shot 69-67, won the medal by 2 shots from Lachlan Jones. 5th place actually was Sam Mukherjee, player who doesn't get mentioned, from Scotland. And O'Donovan actually beat Oliver Mukherjee in the last 32. Sam made it through to the quarterfinals before getting knocked out, but obviously Declan went through to win the tournament. Then finally, last one we'll talk about, once again, another competition over in Portugal. The R&A Student Tour Championship was won, so men's and women's competition. Men's was won by William Liu. I think he's a Swedish golfer. He won by 1 shot from Ryan Griffin. Will Cox was in 3rd. And the girls' competition was won by Emma Fleming, Irish golfer. She won by 4 shots from Elise Fredrickson and Kate Lanigan. So I think we pretty much will cover most of the junior golf which has been happening this year. Obviously, as and when the weeks are going to be going on, we're going to be covering more and more events. But that covers the junior golf news for this podcast.